Today, I'm going to introduce you to Darrin, and I'm going to let him tell you a little bit about himself and what drew him into the health and wellness industry.
Hi, my name is Darrin Lenton. I had some injuries of my own that weren't resolving through normal conventional means. So I had to find the answers myself. So that led me to a lot of hours in class learning a lot of techniques that get real results. And most of the people in the class to my left and right were doctors and other medical professionals, and also some massage therapists and trainers who were looking for reliable ways to get better results for their patients and clients.
How long have you been doing these practices and working with people to improve their overall physical health and function?
I started on the path about, 12, 13 years ago. But that's always a trick question because I made a promise to myself that every 6 months I should be embarrassed of what I was capable of 6 months ago. So this is an ever evolving project of mine to always get better and be able to always find more efficient ways to get deeper results.
What is your favorite part of the things that you do? What do you enjoy the most about your exact practices?
Ending suffering.
That's a good result right there. And how do you go about that?
That's another trick question. My primary focus, just because it's the easiest way to show effectiveness, show that what I do works, because it's very unconventional and very unfamiliar, what I do. It's unfamiliar because it's unique. I've taken all of these modalities and therapies that I've practiced over years and found that I have some innate capabilities that I couldn't find. Of course, I polled all my colleagues. Hey, what do you do when you feel this? What do you do when you sense that? And they kind of all gave me they just kind of stood at me and blinked, with no real input.
So ultimately, as we were to view what you do, what are you actually looking to accomplish for your clients?
Well, most of what I do is the focus on most of what I do, that whole 80-20 thing, right? As I end chronic pain problems, and the other main thing is resolving, injuries that didn't heal properly. These are tangible things. I had, pain at the end range of motion here, or I could do this, couldn't do that. My yoga pose, I couldn't get into this one, or I can't squat all the way, or my trainer won't let me lift overhead, or whatever it is. These are tangible, objective measurements. And so eliminating those limitations, it takes away any doubt of the effectiveness. And then, of course, that opens the doors to the other things that are possible that I won't even mention to people if I've first met them, because it kind of dilutes the message and sometimes gets in the way.
Today I'm here with Richard. Richard just got done meeting with Darrin Lenton. He's the newest member of our team, and I'm going to let Richard share with you where he started at a week ago. Today's the second time he's seen him, and a list of some of the benefits and the amazing things that he's experienced in that short time.
Okay, when I came here, I was using a cane. I could not walk without the cane. I had serious issues of getting around, and I came here because it was suggested I could benefit from the oxygen chamber. I met Darrin, and he fixed a number of issues I did not believe were fixable. I cannot say enough good things about this place and about Darrin. I call him a savant, and I believe him to be a true savant. He is very observant and can make changes in your brain so that your body functions better. I can show you a few of the movements I couldn't do before I got here. The simplest one was getting out of a chair. Usually you have to use the arms in order to get up. I don't have to do that anymore. No problem. I also couldn't do squats, and Darrin fixed that issue for me as well.
That is amazing.
He was amazed the things that he's fixed. I also had vertigo. When I would lay down on the table, the whole room would spin. He's corrected that issue, which is stunning. I've had it for decades. We also worked on strength in my legs. I was so weak, and one of the major reasons I came here was I was having trouble walking. My legs would barely hold me up. And as you saw from the squat, I had no trouble doing that or any other motions. After my first treatment here, I was out walking again without the cane. My balance issue was good, and I'm sure I was smiling from ear to ear because of the changes that Darrin made. I would recommend anybody to come here to experience this firsthand, because this is not something that most people know about. Try to think of some of the others. Today we worked on my neuropathy that's in my feet. It's gone for right now. I will know more after I get more time on my feet. He also fixed my walking / running up and down the hallway. He's very observant, and you don't have to tell him what's wrong. He can look at you and tell what's wrong and fix many issues. I'm very pleased. I would recommend anybody come here and try this. When traditional medicine doesn't help you, you should definitely try coming here.
Thank you, Richard. I appreciate your testimony today. It's only his second time he's ever experienced this, and his third time actually here in total, I believe. And he's come an amazing distance in a short time. And as someone who's quickly become his friend, it makes me feel good inside to hear him talk about the neuropathy going away, at least for now. Have you experienced that before?
Yeah, I experienced that before I even got diabetes. It's several decades, probably 3 decades.
And has that neuropathy been with you fairly consistently throughout that time?
It's been throughout that time. It limits the hiking that we can do to go out to get to various locations to do photography. Many of them are out in remote locations, and most of those have become inaccessible lately. So.
How long has it been since you didn't have neuropathic discomfort in your feet? Easy for me to say, right?
I can't remember when. It had to be more than 30 years ago.
That's amazing.
It is amazing, because I have tried all the solutions that traditional medicine offer, and none of them worked for me. The only thing that worked was painkiller. To put it on my feet directly to kill the pain. Nothing else has worked. So about 5 minutes with Darrin, and it's gone.
That's amazing. Thank you, Richard.
Thank you.
That's a great testimony. We appreciate that.